sometimes they'd had a guy that's hiding behind a bush and sneaking up on someone. So he carries the bush and then he stops and then he carries the bush and he hides behind the bush.
That's really... Hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to IELTS TRANGBEC. Today again we are in the coffee shop again.
Yes.
Our all-time favorite coffee shop. But today, as Tết is coming soon, my God, I cannot believe that just one more week.
Yeah.
Then we have Tết. And do you know Tết, right?
Time flies. Oh,
Time
yes,
flies, yeah.
yes. Tết is a big deal in Vietnam.
It's our biggest traditional festival in Vietnam. And today I'm here with Gerna again from
South Africa.
Yeah, and together we will waffle on some topics about Tết. Because in IELTS Speaking Part 2, there's a topic like describe a traditional celebration in your country that you enjoy. And obviously, as a Vietnamese person, Tết is our biggest one, and today we will help you to talk about, we give you some new words and some phrases that you can talk about Tết.
In Vietnam, Tết is definitely the most common answer to this question type.
Yeah, but bear in mind that as me and Gerna also say, because now is Tết is coming soon, so that's why I provide you guys the content about Tết. But bear in mind that in the exam, most examiners, they are fed up with listening about Tết, because all students talk about Tết already. So the advice is?
So you can also think about other celebrations like the Mid-Autumn Festival. Also pay attention if the word traditional appears in the question or not. If the word traditional appears in the question, yes, maybe Tết and Mid-Autumn Festival are good choices.
Yeah.
But if it just says a celebration, a popular celebration, you could talk about Halloween as
Wedding
well.
anniversary.
If it says if it's a festival you recently attended, it could be, or a celebration you recently attended.
Yeah,
Because there's also a difference between the word festival and the word celebration.
precisely.
If it's a celebration that you enjoyed or that you attended, and it doesn't say traditional and it doesn't say your country, it could also mean the wedding of a relative, for example.
Right, that's very true. So anyway, let's crack on. We can't wait to share with you our ideas about Tết. Right.
Yes.
So, Gerna, you have been staying in Vietnam for 5 years.
Yes.
I'm sure you know about Tết. And how do you feel about the way Vietnamese people celebrate Tết?
I love to see how everybody gets prepared in advance. There's so much preparation that
Right.
goes into it, and yes, a lot of prayer, a lot of ritual involved as well with preparing for the new year. One of my favorite Tết rituals is the washing with this very specific plant. It has a sharp smell.
We say tắm lá mùi các bạn ạ. Tắm lá mùi. So like it's a very traditional herbs, and it smells so nice. And then we normally put
Make a tea, yeah.
like not even make
just
it.
wash.
Is it make it? No,
Yeah.
we boil it,
Yes.
and then we have.
It's like you make
have
a tea,
a
but
bath.
you're not drinking it. You're putting it.
We don't drink,
Yeah.
but we have a bath. And even like steam or sauna, we use a lot, and we believe that if we do that before New Year, it will wash off on your sins.
Yes. And the last 2 years, my friend gave me some of this herb too, and I have a big jug that I use for tea, and I made it in the jug and I rinsed with that. And
So how do you feel?
yeah, it's at a very fresh
Very fresh.
smell.
And it's very cheap. It's really cheap,
Yeah.
like incredibly cheap. You can incredibly cheap, or we say dirt cheap.
Yes, and I don't really like the expression "dirt cheap."
Yes. Okay. So
I feel like
we say like
it makes it even cheaper. It's like
it's like daylight robbery.
yeah.
Daylight robbery.
No, I wouldn't say that. You know where the term daylight robbery originally came from?
No.
It was when they were taxing people on the windows. They were taxing houses based on the windows, and so they were making the windows smaller to reduce the taxation. I have to go and double check that because I've got the vague gist of the story there. So just feel free to fact check me on that one. But it's got something to do with the window pane sizes in England, and they called it daylight robbery.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would be the other way you say something is really cheap, like incredibly cheap?
If you want to put it in a polite way, I would just say it's a bargain. It's a bargain.
Yeah, it's a real bargain.
It's really affordable. It's very cost effective or cost efficient.
Cost effective, yes.
It's low cost. I would
right.
say it's low cost. Yeah.
Lots of good words.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Sure. So It's so cheap. I would say it's a real bargain to buy lá mùi. Smells so nice, so aromatic and fragrant.
Yeah.
And it has so many health benefits. Wash up all your sins and wash away all the evils.
Yes, we all need to do that sometimes.
So that's the thing that you love most. How about the other things that you notice that the way Vietnamese people celebrate Tết?
Yes, definitely family takes priority. People will travel from far and wide to spend the time with family, which I think it's something that we've sadly lost in Western cultures. I think Christmas is still for some people that time of year, but even so, people tend to flock around their nuclear families more.
Right.
It's very seldom that people's lifestyles and work schedules will accommodate for the whole family to be together. And I think here in Vietnam you still have that in practice in the workplace, where your work environment is set up in such a way that it's possible, it accommodates it. The whole country cooperates for the culture to accommodate that family time. And I think our work schedules don't accommodate us in that way to say, well, we're taking off. Is it 2 weeks? 1 week? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? To go to a different province to spend time with family.
This year, all Vietnamese people, we have 9 days off, if I'm not mistaken. So it's quite nice holiday, but it's the best time of the year where we have like great family gatherings. Like Gerna just say, no matter where you are, we all united. So it's a great sense of unity.
Yeah.
It's a good phrase for you guys to use.
I think people get stressed out around Tet, especially when they have certain
Also.
responsibilities, catering
so
for guests. It's also work, right?
Precisely. Lots of food preparation.
Yeah.
So many complicated procedure. So right now, the tendency now, like most people, makes the most of this opportunity and they just go traveling. They just like don't even bother to cook, and that's just the first day of the year. Like like we have the thing that we pray for ancestor. We prepare before the New Year, like New Year's Eve. But on that day, the day before New Year, we prepare like very big meals. We say cũng cơm tất niên. That's how we say in Vietnamese. We pray for ancestor, and the most important thing is like when the clock. We say when the clock strikes midnight.
Yeah, the clock strikes midnight.
Strikes midnight, and then it's a very special time that we pray. We see the firework, send wishes to people. And after that, it's over. And then on the second day, people start go traveling. So yes.
Yeah.
So you love the traditional herbs washing.
Yes,
And
that's
then you
one of
also
my
love,
favorite.
you also love the way people celebrate.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Coming together.
So there's some good new words that you guys can use to describe Tết. So it's very vibrant.
And one tip that I also want to give you is when you receive the question, you need to paraphrase the question. So if it says, describe a traditional celebration in your country that you enjoy, don't start by saying, I'm going to describe a traditional celebration in my country that I enjoy. Say,
That's very low level.
no. One of the festivals that I enjoy most, or celebrations I enjoy most, is, or you know what? I really thoroughly enjoy Tet. Yes. So please try to not repeat the same words in the question. Paraphrase it straight away.
Or you can say that off the top of my head, right? There are so many traditional, there's so many fascinating traditionally
Traditional
celebrations
But
in
if I
Vietnam.
had to pick one,
I would pick something, blah, blah, blah. That's how you set the scenes. You need to set the scenes for your introduction. If you automatically just say, oh, I'm going to talk about, and then you just say exactly like that, and for sure it's like no more than band five.
Also try to avoid saying, today I'm going to talk about, all right? So,
Sound like robots, like AI.
yeah, so rather say something like, well, Vietnam has many traditional celebrations,
Rich
and it's
culture.
actually hard for me to pick a favorite, but the one that comes to mind first is Tet.
You can say come to mind, you can say spring to mind, cross my mind. So many ways to say. So the good adjective you can say like, you can say it's vibrant, it's joyous. Can we say jolly?
Jolly. It's a jolly time,
jolly
Yeah,
time of the
you
year.
could.
It's a jolly
Yeah.
time of the
I
year.
always associate it with Christmas, but I don't think it's wrong to use it in a different context, right?
Precisely.
It's still
So you can also say it's one of the most significant and eagerly awaited holiday
Yes,
for
eagerly
Vietnamese people.
awaited.
Eagerly awaited, like we are very excited and look forward
yes.
to the occasion. Also, you can say there's some activities that you can use, like so. Let's say before New Year. Before New Year, we will buy the two traditional flowers that we often buy is kumquat tree. You know, kumquat
yes,
tree is the yellow one, and the peach blossom.
Yes, the peach blossom.
the pink
oh,
one.
that's so beautiful. And
Really
what's
nice.
amazing for me is to see people carrying these on motorcycles, and you see you hardly see the guy on the bike. You just see these kumquat trees, and it's kind of like in the cartoons. You know, the old cartoons, like old Mickey Mouse and that style of cartoons, the vintage cartoons. Sometimes they'd had a guy that's hiding behind a bush and sneaking up on someone, so he carries the bush and then he stops and then he carries the bush and he hides behind the bush.
That's really
and
nice.
it's kind of just like that. I see this moving bush in the road and I don't see the driver.
So, what do you prefer, the kumquat tree or the peach blossom?
Oh, they're both really beautiful. I like the peach blossoms. I think that they're pretty. Yeah.
You know, like in the south, they also say hoa mai. The southern people, they use hoa mai, or we say apricot. Is that apricot? I'm not sure.
Apricot or
Is it
peach,
apricot?
they make very similar blossoms.
Let me
And
check. Hoa
prunes, they're all in that same
English.
family of fruit.
Apricot, apricot blossom. Yes, guys, in the south, people say apricot blossom, which is very yellow, so beautiful. But in the south, because we are in the cold area, so we have peach blossom.
Yes, you
That's
have
the
the pink
differences.
ones.
We have the pink one. And then there's a good phrase about we say do the spring up or clean up, like you need
Spring
to
clean,
spring
yes,
clean.
spring
Yeah,
clean.
spring
Oh,
clean. What
yes.
is that? Yeah.
Yeah, so that is getting rid of all the things in the house, all
Yeah.
the old things, throwing out old clothes you don't wear, just cleaning everything. That means moving the refrigerator and cleaning under the refrigerator, you know? Whereas in the week maybe you just clean around it, but this time you move everything, move all the furniture, wipe everything down.
Another food.
Deep clean.
Deep clean. So you clean everything, make room for the new thing.
Yeah.
And we also say do up, right? Do up an old house. Do up.
Renovate.
Renovate.
Yes.
Refurbish.
Refurbish, yes. Refurbish furniture. So refurbish a sofa. Take off the, sheets and put a new sheet on.
Right. Okay. Yes.
You can refurbish a house, refurbish a kitchen. Yes, you can.
Right. Yes.
And actually, it fits in with the time of the year because for you, the season it's changing to spring, so you are quite literally spring cleaning. That's what it means.
Yeah. We also buy new clothes.
Yes.
We believe that New Year everything must be new.
And
So
is
we
it
all
true
wear
that
new
it's
clothes inside out,
lucky
inside
to
out.
wear red around Tet?
Yeah.
That's
Red is our lucky color because we believe that it will brings a lot of good luck. I think this one is associated with the because we are under the influence of China for so many years. So we are our culture is hugely influenced from the Chinese influence. So also we follow like red. We believe red always bring good luck and prosperity. So yeah.
So when you talk about Tet, also mention the spring cleaning or the deep cleaning. Don't just only talk about the food, right? Because that is kind of basic when we talk about a celebration. There tends to be a lot of focus on the food, which is also fine. But I think people want to hear about the music that you listen to, the other things around the festival, maybe the history or the significance of the festival, what is being celebrated and why.
Right. So we also we go to the flower market to buy either kumquat tree or peach blossom or apricot blossom, and then we buy clothes because we believe that if we wear everything inside out new, and then it's the start of something new or something like that.
That's beautiful.
And what else do we also do? We yes, like you say, we have the traditional to have the traditional herbs washing to wash all the evils away. And then we prepare a very big meals, like big feast, to pray for ancestor, and then we enjoy firework. The beautiful thing is that I think that you can see is that we have lion and dragon dances.
Oh yes, of course. And there's so much preparation and practice that goes into this. It's often young boys, teenage boys performing the dances, and they're so acrobatic.
Acrobatic.
Yes,
very acrobatic.
it's very impressive.
And during Tết, we'll visit friends and relatives, and then we exchange lucky money.
Yes.
I think you know lucky money,
It
right?
usually comes in a red envelope. It doesn't have to be.
Right, and the next very common activity that people also visit temples and pagodas to pray for happiness, prosperity, and success.
Yes.
Have you ever been to any pagodas in Vietnam? And yes,
Not to pray, but I've been to look at them, to walk around, and I just absorb the serenity. That is, even if I think for foreigners, that's something. It's nice to do that, to just have that little connection with the spiritual atmosphere.
that's true. That's true. Another very special things that Vietnamese people really love, and that is local specialities. Only Tết we have. Actually, now we eat all year round, but I think now we provide you guys a lot of vocabularies for food. That we ate during Tết. So what did you notice? What do Vietnamese people eat during Tết?
So bánh chưng is one of the dishes.
Yeah.
A lot of the snacks are wrapped up in leaves, right? Are they banana leaves or are they a different type of plant?
Banana leaves.
It's banana leaves that they're wrapped in, yes. And I do love that very eco-friendly packaging that it comes in.
Very
and then
eco-friendly packaging.
a lot of the snacks involve rice, but the rice is prepared in a special way. Sometimes it's a different color as well, green or purple color rice. And then there are also some kind of candied treats that have a jellyish texture.
Sure.
And inside, I think it's the bean paste that they have inside. It's kind of floury. It's vegetarian.
Are you talking about the sweet thing or the savory thing?
The sweet thing.
The sweet thing.
Yeah.
That is, we say mứt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so Gerna just mentioned about bánh chưng, or we say green sticky rice, right? And or we say sticky rice cake.
Yes.
And the other thing that people eat a lot is the red sticky rice. Have you ever? Or we say xôi gấc. Very beautiful and nice.
And I want to tell you that it is okay to mention the Vietnamese name for this food. You can say we eat bánh chưng, but then you need to describe in English what that means.
Which it
Alright.
means, yeah. And then we have giò lụa as well. Let me explain to you. So giò lụa is like the pork roll. You know the pork roll? Or the pork ear roll, which is really delicious. We eat a lot during Tết. And in the north of Vietnam, because it's very cold, so we often eat jellied pork, or we say thịt đông. Most people love it, but I'm not a big fan of it.
And yes, on your IELTS speaking, you can say thịt đông. That means jellied pork. So you can use the Vietnamese, but you must say what it is. Then it's acceptable.
Yeah. And for praying for ancestor, we often have boiled chicken. The boiled chicken and has the flowers in the mouth. It's a very nutritious dish that's often served. That often prepared to serve for ancestors. We also have canh bóng. Not sure you know that. It's a vegetable soup with dried pork skin. And then we also have dưa hành kiệu. I'm sure you tried already. We say pickled onions.
Pickled onions.
It's
Oh
sour
yes, pickled
and
onions.
or we say pickle small leeks. Or we say with shallot.
Shallots, yeah.
Not shallot. Shallot is
Shallot.
my name. Shallot. Some of my students call me
Shallot.
shallot, and I say no, I'm not shallot. I'm shallot. So yeah.
I need to check the
Shallot.
pronunciation. I
a
pronounce this
shallot.
as shallots, but you
No,
might
it's
be
shallot.
right. Shallot, okay.
And then we also try the thịt kho, or we call caramelized. How we
Caramelized.
caramelized pork.
Yes.
Or we say it's a braised pork, the braised pork
yes.
with duck eggs.
With duck eggs.
Really nice. And what else do we have? We also have bamboo shoot soup. The bamboo
Yes,
shoot.
that's one of the few
Really
dishes
nice.
that
On
I
the
can
table.
eat. Yes,
Oh.
because I'm vegetarian. A lot of these I've not been able to try, but I do love a bamboo shoot soup. It's
Right.
almost a bit of a sweet and sour.
Precisely. You guys, we forgot the most important thing. That is name spring rolls.
Yes, spring
Spring rolls,
rolls.
so delicious, absolutely amazing.
And in Vietnam, you have the fried spring rolls and you have fresh spring rolls
Yeah.
as well.
What do you prefer?
I like the fresh ones because I believe they're healthier. But honestly, taste-wise, I prefer the fried ones.
Right.
I usually choose the fresh ones, but honestly, the taste that I prefer is fried.
We also have that is for all the savory dishes, but we also have the thing also pray for ancestor is the fruit tray. Have you ever seen that? The
Yes.
fruit tray.
Fruit tray that's presented as well. Yes.
Prosperity, wealth, unity. So it's really, really nice. It includes 5 different types of fruits.
Yeah.
Very colorful, different colors. And then we say mâm ngũ quả in Vietnamese. That's really, really nice. And let's say if I invite Gerner to visit my house, then Vietnamese people often prepare a tray full of we say snacks.
Yeah.
And it includes all kind of traditional candy fruit, the one that you mentioned
Candy
before,
fruits, yes.
from pumpkin seed, like some kind of seed, even the red melon seed. Seed, we say seed.
Yes, seeds. Yes.
Some sugared dry fruit.
Yes.
We say mít, right? Some candy, chocolate, biscuits. But now Vietnamese people, they tend to avoid sugary products because we know like it's
Very
not
healthy
good. So
eaters.
especially like me, I will invite you like it's a cashew, almond, pistachio, academia.
Macadamia. Yeah.
Macadamia is my favorite. Chestnut or even walnut.
Yeah.
Basically all
Walnuts
kinds
are
of
so healthy. That's
so
the
healthy.
healthiest of the
Yeah.
nuts.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, for the taste, I also like macadamia. I like pistachios.
Pistachio.
But yeah, for health benefits, I've heard that walnuts are the best. They contain the most omega.
Really?
Yes.
Right. So you guys see, there's so many things that we prepare for Tết. Not only for home decoration or house decoration and food preparation. There's so many things to do. And the thing that I love most about Tết is that it's the only time of the year. I think because it's in spring. With spring is like the start of something new. It brings you fresh feelings. You can always turn over a new leaf.
Yes, that's right.
Turn over the
And
new
the
leaf.
hospitality during Tet is just amazing. People will invite you to come and sit and enjoy snacks with them. You know, anywhere you go, there's always food on the table. There's always a snack.
And no matter what happens, we always forget what happened. We believe that it is what it is. New year, new chapter. We say new year, new me.
Let go of all the grudges from the past year, anything that someone did, or you have to. The new year, you have to let it go.
We say new year, new me, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Or ring in the new year.
Yeah.
Ring in the new year.
I think
We
what.
say ring in the new year.
Yes, I think that sounds almost like it's quite literally got to do with bells ringing it in. But yeah, new year, new me just means that you're going to be better than the year before.
Out with the O.
In with the new, yes.
In with the new, yes. So we hope that this content will provide you guys a lot of ideas, vocabularies in how you deliver the context, and most importantly, say how you feel about Tết, how you feel about the celebration, and
So don't only focus on just saying the outline, the food, and there's a lion dance. Explain what it is, what it means. So when you say we watch a lion dance, describe the lion dance. Say that it's usually teenage boys. They've been practicing for a while. They beat on the drums. And describe what they're wearing. So be very descriptive. Try to engage all the senses. Say what you see, what you smell, what you hear, how you feel. Right?
And even say about your favorite food for Tết, and when you invite people to enjoy the Tết. So we wish you the best of luck on your IELTS journey as usual. As usual, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and comment below about your own sample answer, and then we will hopefully correct any grammatical mistake that you make or any ideas. Just feel free.
And also feel free to correct us if you've noticed anything that you want clarification on, or you have any questions.
We are open to any constructive criticism to have the channel grow, because we learn from each other, right?
Yes, that's
okay.
True.
Thank you so much, you guys, again. Thank you for staying tuned until the end of this very long video clip about Tết. Happy Tết, happy Tết, happy New Year. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
First, we need to talk about the traditional. So there's a topic in IELTS speaking. They say describe a traditional celebration in your country that you enjoy, and then Tết will be the sample. Like most people will think of Tết. Like we give them some reference. Like you can pick
very often.
You always listen to Tết, and you're fed up with that, right?
And so definitely I would really encourage students to think about other Mid-Autumn Festival. Even I know that traditional celebrations, it can, it doesn't have to be an annual event. A traditional celebration could also be my aunt's wedding, right?
Is it? But in your country, it's not most people prepare that.
So it depends on the question, how the question is phrased, right? Yeah, this one definitely you would talk about a Tết or a Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yeah.
But talk about an event or a celebration that you
that would be different content.
And that one I also often just get the answer Tết. But that one could be anything. That one could be a music festival. That one could be.
Yeah.
And we also have to look, is the word traditional in it or not? Because the word traditional also changes the meaning, right?
Yeah. But today the content is about Tết.
Yeah.
Because Tết is coming, so I want to give them some activities that they can learn from that. And also the separate content would be the food that people eat during Tết. And they can ask you for some reference, like have you ever tried that? How do you feel about that? Some people, they don't know how to...
Tết foods I haven't tried. I know the ones that they have it's a kind of a jelly sweet. It's got a very jelly kind of texture.
No,
it's more like the candies, the traditional
candies. No, that is a kind of snacks. That is candy.
That would
but I'm
be
talking about food, like local specialities. But have you ever tried any?
Not really.
Oh, really? You haven't never tried that?
Yeah, because I'm vegetarian, and so a lot of the time I'll have some food around Tết with my friends sometimes.
Even never tried spring roll or bánh chưng before?
Spring rolls, yes, and bánh chưng, yes.
Okay, at least you know. So can I say cooking will bring a breath of fresh air to my life? Bring some excitement.
It would be less commonly used like that. Right. Cooking is a brush. Yeah.
Or painting will bring some new activity. New activity can bring a breath of fresh air for you, or only for person?
It could. I think it could. It depends on how you use it in that sentence. So, yeah, I went to a new cooking class, and it was a breath of fresh air for me.
Yeah.
Because I needed to step out of my comfort zone and try something. Yes, you can like that.
Which actually very funny that should lead to the new idiom, step out of your comfort zone. Now, what is comfort zone? I'm sure all of you know already, but we just explain for those who don't know.
Yes, that is what is safe and familiar to you, your normal routine, your normal schedule, and things that you are afraid to try would be if anything that you do that you haven't tried and you're a little bit nervous about doing, you're not sure about it, it would be stepping out of your comfort zone.
Which is really good because it will bring you like fresh energy and fresh air. So like, the hooping class and the seal class.
Oh yes, yes, I want to try that.
So next year we wanna try that to get out our comfort zone.
That would be such a breath of fresh air for both of us.
That would be nice. Yeah. So that is step out of comfort zone, which is the same idea we take.
Take a leap of faith. Yes.
Take a leap of faith. Take a leap.
Definitely. And this one is also more often used when there's something at risk. So maybe there is a real risk of failure. And so it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit intimidating. But if you want to get to your goal, you need to take a leap of faith.
Yeah, take a leap of faith. Like just go ahead and then
So
do 100.
if you think about a cartoon, and there's the cliff and the cliff edge there, and there's the cliff, and there's the hole. They have to run and jump, and they have to take a leap of faith and hope that they will land on the other side.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's nice.
But they have to, because there's a saber-toothed tiger chasing them, so they just got to take that leap of faith.
Oh, that's great. That makes me think about what should I do next year about that. That's interesting. There's plenty of projects. Is that all? Take things as it comes.
Yes,
as they come.
Yes, that's right. So that means to also have a flexible attitude towards things.
Yeah.
And don't be too fixated on a specific outcome. Don't be too...